Протяжка 1.
Run 1 command. Ground measurement system is activated.
Пробувка.
Combustion chamber nitrogen purge.
Fuel lines and other elements of the rocket engines are purged with nitrogen to fireproof them by removing vapors of fuel and oxidizer. Now T-minus 3 minutes and 55 seconds.
This is Burlak 1. I copy loud and clear. It's great. Copy.
Getting okay signs and thumbs up from the crew on board this Soyuz there. Nick Hague and Alexei Ovchinin now 3.5 minutes away from today's launch. This will be the first time for Nick Hague to visit the International Space Station and the second for Alexei Ovchinin.
Протяжка 2.
Run 2 command. On board measurement system is activated.
Включенный дренаж.
Ground filling oxidizer nitrogen
Есть дренаж.
terminated.
Я Бурлак 1, 3 минуты до контакта подъема.
This is Burlak
Принято.
1, 3 minutes
Порядок, самочувствие
before the
экипажа
liftoff.
хорошее.
Everything is well on board. We are feeling well. Thank you. Copy.
2 minutes and 45 seconds away from launch. The booster tank will be pressurized for flight. This optimizes the flow of fuel and helps add structural support to the rocket.
Надув.
Booster propellant tank pressurization initiated.
Есть ДШО.
And that call indicating that the pressurization has started for the booster tank. Again, optimizing the flow of fuel. One minute and 15 seconds now into launch. The ground propellant feed has now been terminated.
Да, так лучше.
Yes, it's better now, guys. Thank you.
Минута до контакта.
And now just 1 minute to go. Soyuz now on internal power.
Я Бурлак 1, принял минуту до контакта
Copy.
подъема.
We may see just a minute or so of in-cabin views, but then we'll switch to external views of the Soyuz during today's flight.
Vehicle to internal power.
First umbilical tower there separating from the booster.
First umbilical power from booster.
30 seconds now until launch. Ground umbilical to the third stage has been disconnected, and in just a moment the second umbilical tower will separate.
Бортовое питание.
Power on board.
There's the second tower.
Command for ignition. Oxygen.
Launch command has been issued. 7, 6,
Second umbilical
5,
tower separate.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Engine turbo pump at flight speed. Engines at maximum thrust. Lift off.
And there is liftoff of the Soyuz MS-10 to the International Space Station, carrying Nick Hague and Alexei Ovchinin to the orbital complex. This again is Nick Hague's first time to launch to space, and Alexei Ovchinin's second.
One copy. Everything is good on board, and we are feeling well. Copy. Burlak 1.
Hearing good first stage performance for the Soyuz, delivering 9 130,000 pounds of thrust from its 4 boosters and single engine. Again, the first stage of the Soyuz measures 68 feet in length and 24 feet in diameter. It's burning liquid fuel for the first 2 minutes and 6 seconds of flight.
Шестьдесят секунд.
60 seconds into the flight.
Давление в камере сгорания в норме.
The pressure in the chamber is nominal. Burlak 1, copy. Everything is well on board. They're feeling well. Thank you. Copy.
Everything proceeding as intended for today's flight. Now just a little over a minute into it. The velocity of the Soyuz is about 1,100 miles per hour.
90 секунд.
View here of the crew inside the Soyuz now making their way to the International Space Station. Nick Hague there at the top of the screen and Alexei Ovchinin at the bottom.
Burlak 1, copy. Everything is well on board. The crew is feeling well. Copy.
View here of the Soyuz making its way into space. Everything looking good. Proceeding nominally.
Inaudible.
Есть отделение Перуса.
And we have the escape tower for the Soyuz now jettisoned. Everything continuing nominally. The 4 strap-on boosters have been jettisoned and they've completed their job, dropped away at an altitude of 28 statute miles. Soyuz traveling about 3,350 miles an hour.
Авария носителя. Да?
Is it
2 минуты 45 секунд.
emergency booster 2 minutes 45 seconds? The emergency, the failure of the booster.
Авария носителя.
Failure of the booster.
Есть БС. СПС.
BS, yes,
Так,
BS.
разделение.
Separation.
Питание рук включать. Да?
Enable power.
Так. Есть.
190 seconds into the flight, Soyuz traveling about 4,700 miles per hour.
Don't be in a hurry. Burlaki, copy.
По ощущениям находимся в невесомости.
We are in weightlessness, according to our sensations.
Так. Сейчас один момент. Точно.
Stand by.
Да, Ник. Да, выбери.
Бурлаки, АСП F1 горит у вас?
Burlaki, do you have F1 illuminated?
Аварий 11:42.
11:42:17. Failure. 11:42:17 is the time of the failure. F1 on SP is illuminated. Copy.
Так, головной обтекатель сосуд у нас.
His shroud is separated. The crew is feeling well. Everything is well on board. We have routes in our hands and the power is on. Copy.
Какие будут рекомендации?
So what are the recommendations of the ground?
Прошло.
Да, прошло. Разделение прошло.
What about the separation? Did the separation go through? Yes, it did. 11:42:55. Burlaki, did you deactivate root power?
Подтвердите включение питания РУС.
No. Did you activate the root power? Yes, the root power is on. ON. Now, please send the S command. Ballistic descent command is sent from root controller. Copy. 11:45:30. The S has been sent. We have the indicator illuminated.
Пошла перегрузка. Да.
The overload has started.
Сейчас пойдет.
Yes, we are getting ready for the deload.
Время 11.
Time 12:46. Deload is 6.7. Copy.
Визуально. Ощущается вращение.
We feeling rotation. The deload is going down. 18:46:20. Deload is 272 and going down. Copy, Buрлаки. So tighten the straps in work.
Hearing there that